Okay, I'm gonna get my Pop-Tart. And I took so many notes today
Me
for
too.
movie.
Check it
You
out.
too?
Yeah, I watched it and I took notes.
That never happens where we both take notes.
Never. This is probably the first time ever. So it's cool.
I
It's
think so.
exciting.
And we've been doing this for how many years?
Ooh, I don't want to say.
We might have cats and dog feature in podcast tonight.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay.
Um, say hi, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
He's pretty good. And then
Um,
there's cats over there.
oh, this is why this is the best podcast ever.
Yeah, yeah, everyone's saying that.
Millions of people should be flocking, nay, swarming to our channel because of cat and dog.
Yes, so true.
I like your poster that's on the ceiling.
Thank you. Can you see what it is?
Yeah. It's really good. It's shockingly clear for how like a moving Zoom connection is usually not great, but I could so distinctly read I want to believe.
Wanna talk about the movie?
I do. Yay. We can do like an
I do
intro,
too.
even though, we'll do our classic introduction 5 minutes into the video, if not more.
Better than 20.
Better than 20. Hey, better than 20, which has happened.
And even on those days, we thought we're doing pretty good on time.
Yeah. Like, this is going great. I feel like we had a great conversation. When I'm playing it back to edit, I'm like, what is anybody saying at any point? No wonder people don't watch these. That's
I
okay.
love watching our shows back and then hearing one of us say like every like 3 minute intervals, and we're talking about this movie. We're talking about this movie, which is good. Um, because it's like if you're watching it and don't know us, it would be like, yeah, of course. We know what movie you're talking about. Are you stupid? But then if you're us, you know that
If
it's
you're us,
because
you
we've
know
spent
that there was a 30-minute chunk of conversation that I took out of the edit where we talked about anything but. We're talking international politics. We're talking favorite and least favorite foods. Like,
people who have slightly wronged us.
people have
The
slightly
list goes
wronged us
on.
that we're like, ah, I believe in prison abolition. Or do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to Women in STEM, and this is what it is.
This is it. It's
This
what
is
it
this
says on
is
the
what it
tin.
is. This is there's always at least one of us eating. And we're talking about
Hmm.
Stardust, the movie from
Hmm.
2007. And
Yeah.
today STEM stands for
I
something.
know.
Okay, good.
Shining
Totally.
and Tristan. And
Tristan.
that's my half done.
I did think about those. Yeah. That's, let's see. There's a mom,
It could be Michelle Pfeiffer also is in
Michelle
this.
Pfeiffer as well.
Hmm.
E, well, there's any number of evil characters, but there's also effeminate Robert De Niro. Interesting.
Hmm.
It's a
I
very
like what
Robin Williams role, but it's De
Mhm.
Niro instead. So that's just
I actually
interesting.
can't believe you said that. I was gonna say that.
Because it's like, well, it's hard to watch this movie and not be like, this is a Robin Williams role.
Yeah, totally. When
But
did he
like
die? Was he
shockingly
still alive
so.
for this? Robert De Niro did a phenomenal
Robert De
job.
Niro did a great job, and it was fun because it was like Robert De Niro?
Yeah, because you see him as the gritty pirate captain, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he's like, besties, let me tell you. And you're like, hello?
Come into my walk-in closet. He's like Barbie. You're like,
He's
okay.
like, honey, you're wearing a bathrobe. And he does it even more effeminate than that. but it's
Uh,
amazing.
it's yeah, it's so good. He's and it's Robert De Niro, like the same one.
Mhm. I asked my boss today. I was like, "Hey, Mark, you ever seen the movie Stardust?" And he's like, "No, probably not since it came out." Oh, wait, that's the one where Robert De Niro cross dresses, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's notable.
Yeah. And you're like, yep, Robert De Niro from Goodfellas, Robert De Niro from The Godfather.
From The Godfather and from Shark Tale.
And who would think the guy from Shark Tale? Oh man, Robin Williams was alive for 7 more years after. I guess he was busy or something. Or they were like, we gotta see just in case if there's anybody else who can possibly fill the niche that Robin Williams has carved into the film industry.
And it is good. And maybe it is for the best. But
No,
it, like you said, it is
it's
kind of
just
funny that they
odd. It's just
even,
like a little bit weird. Because you're
yeah.
like,
And I
why
guess
isn't this Robin
they,
Williams?
because I watched a documentary a while back where Matthew Vaughn, the director, Matthew Vaughn starts with an M.
That starts with an M. Hey.
Uh-huh. He said that the only person he wanted for the role was Robert De Niro. He didn't even consider anyone else. And so that makes me think that they wanted someone who was usually typecast in that dark, gritty role.
Right. So that it
So
would be
that,
fun. It
yeah.
would be a
So they,
surprise.
because if you see Robin Williams, you expect the
Right.
Captain Shakespeare hijinks. You don't expect it with Robert De Niro. And that's what makes it that much more special. I guess
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking myself into it now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see it. I get it. I understand the vision. It's just like there's very few movies that I've ever watched where there's a role that like is perfectly written for an actor that isn't in the movie. It's an unusual
Yeah.
experience.
Very strange. And funny that we both separately had that thought.
Yeah. Because again, it's just hard for
Only
me.
for it
Like
to
I,
not be the case, you know?
yeah,
It is funny.
yeah. Like I just wonder if anybody's watched this movie and like not had that
Yeah.
idea. But anyway, shout out Robert De Niro. Let's do
Yeah.
Sean, Tristan, effeminate Robert De Niro, and
Mhm.
M. Do we want to do Mother? Do we want to do
Matthew
Matthew
Vaughn.
Vaughn? Let's do
Oh,
Matthew Vaughn,
Mother.
Mother, because not only
Oh,
is there a mom in
either one.
this,
I like them both.
Mother, you know what I mean?
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe
I
even
do.
including De
I know what you
Niro.
mean.
Okay, so I
Yeah, I think we
rewatched
can
it
say
today.
that.
I think we can say that. Mother. And I rewatched it today
I
and I
do
took some notes in
too.
chronological order as I was watching it. And you did the same?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's
And then took additional notes.
nice. Okay. Should we start at the top and go chronologically and
Yeah.
then do additional notes perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. Can
Yeah.
I start?
It's
Because
just we're
this
making
is
this sound
my
really
first one is my
organized
favorite one, I think.
and people are you have to be warned it's not
Just
gonna
wait.
be. Like it might seem like, oh,
Yeah.
like they're a little
I
bit
do kind of feel
scattered,
like
but
they would
once
get
they
that
come up with a
by now.
plan, they'll just go through the notes regular style. Yeah, all
I
10
just
of
learned
our,
just this moment that I can raise and lower this chair.
that's awesome. And you see?
Yeah.
So I think the 10 to 20 people who watch our videos as they upload, I don't think that they're largely the same viewers every time. I think we like cycle through people.
Except for except for me. Hi again.
Yeah.
And my mom, who has finally subscribed and now want
Heidi.
because she didn't ever want to make a YouTube account.
Right.
Um,
Understandable, actually. That's totally fair.
I totally agree. I
Mhm.
hate having to sign into accounts for things all the time.
Yeah.
And the only reason that I ended up like finally just signing into my account full term is because there was YouTube just decides sometimes they're like, this one is for mature audiences only. You can't watch it if you're under 18, and we need to know how old you are. But for
Right.
like the dumbest freaking things in the world, I'm preaching to the choir.
It's
We
like a
all know this,
YouTube clip
but
of
like,
SpongeBob, and you're like, this is
yes,
wait, this
it's
was
like
made by
someone
a 9-year-old. I don't know
who
why you
wears
think
once,
children can't watch it.
like an episode of Taskmaster or something. I'm like, listen, well,
Right.
I can't keep doing
It's
this
like they say some
anyway.
big
So I
words,
understand.
but come on. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
So
good
hi,
for
mom.
Heidi. Hi. Thanks for being here. Sometimes I'll
Yep.
mention it to somebody and then I notice that we get a subscriber and it's that person. Um, and I'm like, yay, but then I'm also like, oh, I hope that our most recent video is good. You know what I mean? So then it's not
Yeah,
like a
because they're
pity
not digging through the
subscription just because they
archives.
know me. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, baby, baby, babe.
yeah, let's start with your first
Um,
note that you said is your favorite.
Fantastic. Okay, I
My
didn't know
favorite
this
note
until
is my
today. I
last
just learned
one.
it.
So that's good. That's perfect.
Perfect.
Bookended.
Excellent. Okay. Um, I didn't know this. I hope that you don't know this because I want to see you learn it. But
Okay.
uh,
Is it
the
like
actor,
trivia about the
yeah,
thing? Then I won't know it. Yeah.
excellent.
Okay.
Okay, the actor, his name is Bimbo Hart, and he plays himself as the young scientist who writes Dunstan the letter back at the beginning of the movie. His name is Bimbo Hart.
His name's Bimbo Hart.
His name is Bimbo Hart,
As
and he signs
himself.
his name as Bimbo Hart in
That's
the letter.
awesome. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. I looked at the little thing where it says cast parentheses 55, but I only looked at it because I was looking for somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
I skimmed over. I said Bimbo Hart,
Yeah.
sure. And didn't realize that it was there twice. So that's actually awesome. Bimbo Hart as Bimbo Hart. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's good
Yeah.
work.
It's good. It's
That's
good.
his legal name or
That's
just
I
his
don't
stage name?
know. He didn't even have a picture on IMDb, but I'm obsessed with him. His name is Bimbo Hart,
His name's Bimbo Hart.
and he signs it as that, like as a
Right,
scientist
he's like
at the Royal Observatory.
Dr.
He's
Bimbo
like,
Hart.
love Bimbo Hart.
He's like kicking his feet. That's crazy.
It's awesome. I
That's
love it
so good.
so much. It is the I didn't think before today that anything could make this movie better in my eyes, and that
Mhm.
did. It's a miracle.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what a solid opener. That's a really great fun fact that I like a lot. Did I just see cat? Wow.
Yeah. So fast. Yeah.
Crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I also real quick, I don't know when I texted you that the love of my life at my work came back from vacation with a beard,
Yes.
but it was like around the time that I was like Stardust. And so I was thinking movie, fictional, beautiful men, and then I
Mhm.
turn and he's there and he's like, "Hey, I'm back." We're like work besties, me, Jen, and this guy.
Mhm.
And I'm also desperately in love with him. He's married with 4 children, but like I'm working my way through that marriage. I'm
Sure.
gonna
Yeah.
do what I can. I'm
And
gonna
we've said that
break it
you'd be a
up.
great stepmom. Like that's already a
Anyway,
part of your
so then it
role,
was,
so that's fine. Everybody knows that.
yeah, yeah, yep, 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 yep. Yeah, so it's only a matter of time. But I don't like having my hair up because I can't twirl it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pretend.
I actually
Anyway,
like pretending
so
better than
for a
actually
brief
twirling
moment,
it. When I have long hair, I'm like, ah, get out of the way and try to
really,
twirl my fake hair. Yeah, I think it's funnier.
it's like when you have short hair and you have to like tuck nothing behind your ear. It's
Hmm. Exactly.
intentional. It
Exactly.
means so much more. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so Bimbo Heart. Um, my next note is cast. Like we've talked about a stacked cast before with a bunch of different movies, but like
This movie has
a
everybody in
movie,
it because it's British. There's only like 12 actors in Britain. So they just
yeah.
use them
And then
all
they
for
got the most
everything.
famous American one.
Right. De
They were like
Niro, by the way. Um, yeah, stacked cast. Ricky Gervais is in this. Like,
stacked. Yeah. And
Ben
he just
Barnes
has like
is
a
the
cameo
young
part.
dad, and that yeah, exactly. There's a lot of like cameo
Ben
parts or like small
Barnes.
roles, and you see like
Henry Cavill,
the
and
blonde
he's
Henry
blonde.
Cavill, and
Yeah. And he is
the
evil.
mom who's the slave sees locks eyes with Ben Barnes for a millisecond and is like, "I will give anything," and you're like, "Okay,
She
that's the
does.
beginning of the story."
Like
That's
literally less
how.
than
That's literally
five
the reason
minutes
that everything happens.
in.
She's like, "Oh." Anyway, and gives him like a
That
magical
Ben Barnes,
protection thing.
hmm
Okay,
for free. Well, not for free.
for a kiss. And then she's like, and also just for
Hmm.
fun, no longer transactional.
I will bear your child.
I will, yeah. And he's like, okay. Crazy. Okay, so the opening narration, like we come in, it's narrated by Ian McKellen, of course.
Ian
Sir Ian,
McKellen, Sir
Sir
Ian
Ian.
McKellen. Someone gave
Um,
him a script and told him what to say.
and he didn't even have to be told where to stand because he's just doing narration.
Hmm.
Think about that.
Just, I mean, stand in the recording studio. That's
Yeah.
all.
It's just like kind of make sure your voice is picked up in the microphone. But the opener is like, a philosopher once asked, like, are we human because we look at the stars or whatever? But every time a philosopher, in my mind, it's a philosopher once asked, are we human or are we dancer?
Correct answer.
So that's my first note right up there. Are we
That
human
is good.
or are we dancer?
Or are we dancer? That
Hmm.
also it also like tangentially reminds me of movie of all time, which is Ravenous, of course,
Of
which
course.
opens with
And
a
which
quote
we've all
by
seen.
yeah. Like those who hunt monsters must take care not to become monsters themselves.
Sure. Hmm.
Hmm. And then a second quote pops up by Anonymous. Um, and the quote says, "Eat me."
Eat me. Hmm.
And that's just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it when movies open with things and they make a statement and they're like, let's go another way though.
Right.
Yeah,
Are we human
it's
because we
good.
look at stars, or do we look at stars because we're human? Well, who
Stupid
cares?
question.
Yeah. Uh,
Do the
Sir
stars
Ian.
look back?
Anyway, the reason that I skipped over Bimbo Hart because I was looking for somebody in the cast list on Jason's Amazon Prime account that I was watching this movie on. Um, the gatekeeper is Michael from Waking Ned.
Like, wait a minute,
You're
I
right
know
that
that voice. Like it unlocked something deep inside of me. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that's my friend.
because I've seen this movie like once, it had been a long time, and so there was a lot of people that I had forgotten were in it. Ricky Gervais, for example.
Yeah.
I've seen Waking Up so many times that movie raised me. It's my mother that come on screen, and I recognized the voice, but I also was like, no, he looks like Harry Michael from.
Like if Michael and like Dumbledore had a baby and the father was Sir Ian McKellen starring as Gandalf in the
Gandalf,
Lord of the
yeah,
Rings films. Yeah.
yeah. Ah, I forgot about that. For we have to bring that back. If these two people had a baby and the father
And
was
this
the
other one was
third.
the father.
I forgot about that,
Cracked it
but
at
it's
work
awesome. It's
the
so
other
funny.
day. No one, Jen laughed.
Just
She's the
shout
only
out
one who
Jen. She's
understands me.
always got your back. Hey, Jen.
Except she wasn't there today. She doesn't have my back. Screw you, Jen.
Wait, so you got to talk to Work Crush all by yourself?
Mhm. That's what I was
Okay.
gonna tell you. Because he came down and immediately like give me a big old hug. And I was overwhelmed because in my mind I'm just seeing visions of gay Robert De Niro, Charlie Cox, Ben Barnes.
Sure. Uh-huh.
And I was like damn near passed out. It was just overwhelming. It was a lot for 30 seconds.
Hmm.
It was a long day. Yeah, but I did get to talk to them all by myself. So suck on that, Jen. Anyway,
Anyway,
um,
so shout out to David Kelly, I think is his name, who plays Michael in Waking Ned, and he plays the
yeah,
gatekeeper in Stardust.
he's my hero.
I love him.
I love him.
He's opposite of Michael in this because he's like has some gumption, like he'll put up a fight, and he also is wearing all his clothes the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time.
No butt
Beard
crack
too, like
even shown at all.
mm-mm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
Not
I love him
even
so much.
tastefully and humorously. It just doesn't happen because it's not that kind of a movie, and that's okay.
No, he does beat up both Ben Barnes and young Charlie Cox. No, young Ben Barnes. Well, they're both young. He beats up Ben Barnes and Charlie Cox.
Yeah. But Charlie
Hmm.
Cox way worse. And then Charlie Cox goes back to his dad, who's no longer Ben Barnes, because that was
He's
in the past. That was young Ben Barnes. No, this
he's
is a different
older. Yeah.
man as his father. And he's like, what? He beat you up. He's 97 years old. And he says, well, then that's given him a lot of practice. Which is pretty funny. I like the humor of this movie is just very like casual British, which is
Yeah.
fun.
And it's not like overt either. Like I would describe it as a funny movie, but
Yeah.
like not on purpose. It
It's just
doesn't
like well
take a moment.
written. It just, like people just
Yeah.
have realistic dialogue where they say silly, funny things.
Yeah, yeah, totally. It just feels very natural in the context of the movie. It doesn't feel like shoehorned in
Right.
or anything like that. It's just,
Sometimes you hear a
yeah.
line and you're like, this whole scene was written because somebody thought this line was funny.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, some of
None of
the
that in this
characters,
movie.
like Ricky Gervais, they didn't even have any lines for him. They just had him show up and dressed him up, and then they were like, and go. And he just improvised like everything
Right.
he said.
They're like, this is the scene and whatever. And you can
Yeah.
kind of tell.
Yep.
Not
It's great.
derogatory. Like I
No, it's awesome. But I love it when like you can't see any of the background characters' faces in like moments like this because they had to make it so none of them were on camera because they couldn't stop laughing.
Right, it's a Miracle Max situation.
Yeah. Okay,
Even
we
the
got
director's
everybody
next
out of
door.
here. It's just Billy Crystal and a dummy on the table.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's like in this case, it's like Ricky Gervais,
Come here.
Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert De Niro.
And Claire Danes.
Claire Danes, yeah.
Claire Danes. Who, okay, this is maybe kind of embarrassing, but like, so like I always knew Claire Danes was in Romeo and Juliet with
Hmm.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
I knew that. And Jen has been well, she's been watching it this week for the very first time. She's never seen it before. Very exciting. And so I've been thinking about it a lot. And it just occurred to me, hi, today
Hmm.
that Claire Danes is in this movie also. Like
Uh-huh.
because her name isn't on the thing. It's like Michelle Pfeiffer. Well, it might be actually, but it's Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Right,
and it
like they
might be
have
Claire Danes.
big hitters.
Yeah. So I think I knew vaguely that like Claire Danes was in this movie, but it didn't connect with me until today that oh, that Claire
You're like,
Danes.
wait.
Oh, older.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
not
I'm
even,
with
I
you
mean, I
now.
guess like 10 years older, but there's like a
Hmm.
period of time in your adult life where 10 years doesn't age you that much.
Hmm.
And
But
she
she's
looks
just young enough in
pretty much
Romeo
the
and
same,
Juliet
yeah,
that
like she just looks the same. A little more mature, but not like older.
mhm, yeah,
You know what I
just
mean?
today
Yeah,
though,
just a
just
hair.
today.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I
I
don't know how to explain
um
that.
I was really impressed with that. Her American accent is really good in Romeo and Juliet, and her British accent is really good in Stardust, to the point that like whichever one you'd see first, you'd just be like, "Oh, she's British, but her American accent is really good in this." Or
Hmm.
if you watch the American one first, she's obviously American, but then her British accent is really good, you know?
Yes.
Which is hard to do. Michelle Pfeiffer's
Yeah.
British accent, not that good.
Uh-huh.
But she's Michelle
Robert De
Pfeiffer,
Niro
so
didn't
it's like
even
whatever. Robert De Niro's like, I'm not trying. I'm literally a
no.
sky pirate. Why would I be British? And
And
then
he's
that's part of
right.
his character, you know. He's like, I've never been to Britain, but I've heard stories. Are they true? So funny.
I love him.
So it
Love
makes
him.
sense for him to be
Yeah.
American, but
Uh-huh. And Michelle Pfeiffer, like you said, she can do whatever she wants.
she can do
That's
whatever
Michelle
she
Pfeiffer.
wants. Everyone's just like, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. And then it's like, oh, her accent's like, okay. And when you're, 8 years old watching this movie in theaters, you're not like, her British accent's not very good. Like, you don't care. You're like, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm
That's
watching a
Michelle
movie.
Pfeiffer. Even back then, I remember watching this for the first time as a young child
Hmm.
and thinking, that lady. And my dad going, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching a movie. That's Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what matters.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer's in it. Frankly, she could do a Dick Van Dyke kind of accent in a movie, and I'd still be like, "Yep,
You're
I'm
like,
with you."
sure.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer.
I actually think it would be really funny if her like British accent for the witch was like really kind of blue collar. I think that would be better. I think it's like she's a queen that's been dethroned and she's trying to gain eternal life and whatever, this is her backstory as a witch. It'd be awesome if she just like fully sounded like a Dick Van Dyke chimney sweep. Like
That would be sick as
that would
hell.
be
Can someone
awesome.
get a fan dub going? I
Yeah, please, please.
know. Hi. I just I have my legs propped up on the chair under the table, and then I have a little tiny cat head poking between my knees, and he is matching my skirt because he also is black.
Hmm.
So
So that's pretty cute.
it's just a really good
Like
visual. Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
trying to
cute.
share
Like
with
pretty
the
whatever.
class.
Yeah.
Hi. So Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. Let me see again. Yep.
Oh yeah, that was your
Henry
note.
Cavill.
Cast, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evil blonde
Henry
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill
Yeah,
with
he is
facial hair.
blonde, and therefore he is a bad guy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and also only in it for a minute,
Yeah,
like
pretty
probably
much.
literally a minute.
Probably. It's like 30 seconds at the beginning, 30 seconds at the end, and you're like, whatever. Who cares
Yeah.
about this guy? Yeah.
And they actually wanted someone like, oh gosh, what's his name? He's Will in Pirates of the Caribbean. Help me out. Orlando
Orlando
Bloom.
Bloom.
Yeah, they wanted someone like more beautiful or
Hmm.
than Charlie Cox in the role
Right.
of
And they're like, the
Tristan.
only way to do that is to get Superman. Uh,
And thankfully, Matthew Vaughn saw through that bullshit. He's like, "No, I want Cox. I want Charlie.
well,
It's
yeah.
him or nothing." And thankfully they got him. Because he wanted someone who can play equally both the dork and a suave
Right.
gentleman, like dashing hero
Right. I think
character.
Charlie
And
Cox has the
Charlie,
right face for that.
yeah, he totally does.
Hmm.
He
Sorry.
played both parts believably. You can't properly see Orlando Bloom as the dork character. That's Orlando Bloom.
Right, that's Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
It's like he's suave as hell. Also, did you see that he recently went on a date with Angela Merkel?
That was real? I saw that.
As
I was
soon
like,
as
that's pretty funny.
yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, now where have I heard that name recently? His date with Angela Merkel. Which didn't happen, but in a better world it would have. That's so funny.
That was a really like powerful moment just there where I did live in a split second of the world where it did actually happen for real. Woo!
I know, it's exhilarating. You're like, what? Oh man.
That's good.
Anyway,
Um, I did have another note here that the movie is based on a book called Stardust,
that's
and
true.
many people agree that the movie is a better like
A
the
better
adaptation is better.
adaptation.
The book, because I think pretty famously, no one knows who the author of Stardust is.
Yeah,
It just
it's
kind
one
of
of
popped
those
into
like,
existence one
yeah, it's
day.
one of those found manuscripts,
Hmm. Like
like the Graveyard Book or Coraline or Half of Good
Lord of
Omens.
the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. It just comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Half of Good Omens.
if we're being honest, a fifth of Good Omens.
You get to pick and choose which fifth it was. Was
I'll
it
leave it up
every
to
fifth letter,
you.
every fifth word, or just the first or the last fifth? Who knows?
Nobody knows. It's like you can find out. You kind of have to, I think, reverse engineer it from like Terry Pratchett's process. You're like, well, obviously Terry Pratchett found this manuscript in his garden or something, as English people do,
Yep.
and but it was only like one fifth complete, and so he had to put the rest of the work into it to make it complete. how
I
would
think that
he go
happened.
about that process? And then you'll kind of know which fifth is lost to time.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Authorless book. Super fun.
I love
Oh,
authorless books almost as
uh-huh.
much as I love books by Terry Pratchett.
Uh, I've
Yeah.
never read one.
Ah,
I hope to one day, eventually. But he
yeah,
wrote Discworld, didn't he?
he did. Yeah,
Okay, good. That was good word association on my part.
good job.
Like, take a shot in the dark, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I can there are a few Discworld
Yeah.
books that like they largely don't have to be read in order. It's like once you're introduced to the world, you can fit any character into the world. But I can recommend you a few that I think would be good introductions.
Okay, cool. Because I did ask someone for like a good Brandon Sanderson book once, and they gave me probably the densest fantasy book I've ever read in my life.
Right,
I
right.
did not enjoy it.
They're like, "Oh, there's
It
this
was,
one. It's it's shorter. It's only like 2,000 pages." Like,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not even like one of the popular ones. And like, I'm not saying it has to be one
Start
of the
with
popular ones.
Mistborn. Why would they not just say start with Mistborn?
Exactly. Why not
That
start
one's
with
like
a good
200 pages and
introductory book
pretty good.
to this author?
Right.
Exactly. Why not have it be something that people clearly connect with
Introduction,
on a large scale?
they're like teaching you how to swim and you're 3 years old and they're just throwing you into the ocean. Like start with Mistborn.
Literally. Yeah. And the whole time I was like, am I stupid? Am I stupid for not getting this? I'm not absorbing anything.
Right.
Like, it was so embarrassing. And I think, like, it is partially a skill issue for me. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie. But I
Well,
do
some of
think,
those like really, really like high fantasy books can be hard to get into if that's not what you usually read. So I get it.
yes, it felt like I had to get further away into the book before I finally really grasped what was going on.
Hmm.
And again,
That's too much of it.
too much of it, yeah.
Mhm.
But if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, it was a boy that I had a crush on who recommended the book to me. So I was like,
So
I gotta have
you're
something to
like,
talk
I
to him
have to
about.
read it.
Yeah, I'm into it now.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. And then he got so funny. I'd forgotten about this till just now. He got a girlfriend while I was halfway through reading the book. So I was like, what the hell am I even doing any of this for? Awesome. That's so funny. I
Classic.
forgot.
I love life.
Anyway, so that's my story. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so those are my first couple of bullet points.
great. My next note is about the scene where the two of the princes get are supposed to get poisoned, but then they poison the bishop instead on accident. I just wrote Mickey
Yeah.
Mousing very funny because that's when the music is written after the film, and so they have certain sound effects that are part of the soundtrack that line up with what the characters are doing on screen. And like the prince who like drinks it and it zooms in on his eyes and he goes, and there's like a beat for every, that's pretty funny. I'm like, this
That
is an
is good.
Oscar-worthy comedy.
And then same scene
Same scene. Mhm.
when the another brother keels over, supposedly dead, and the other brother goes to grab the crown, and then Septimus starts laughing because he was pretending to be dead, and then the horns just go. That's pretty good.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
good. Yeah,
good.
the sound design of
Yeah.
that scene is very funny because of the
Yep.
Mickey Mousing involved, which is that's the
Yeah.
name of that technique.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
When the
I
music
didn't
is
know that.
written to line up with the action.
That is neat. Okay, Mickey Mousing. That doesn't
Mhm.
feel like a good name.
Yeah, it's only called that because of I don't think it's because of Fantasia, but because of like
Mm,
early on Disney animation.
like this, like Steamboat Willie
Hmm, hmm.
type. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You
Before
can't escape
everything
that now.
went to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walt Disney decided to sketch a little mouse one day,
And now
unknowingly entering the
and now
darkest
we
timeline.
live in this world. Yeah. Orlando Bloom has
So
never met Angela Merkel. What the?
Katy Perry is dating Justin Trudeau.
Okay? This is
That one's real.
this is the world that we live in because of Steamboat Willie.
It's unbearable. Anyway, we must persist.
Despite the horrors.
Um,
Um,
we have the joy of Stardust movie.
Yay.
Yeah.
And because that's what we're talking about.
And we're
Just as
talking
a
about Stardust.
reminder, in case you got lost in, the dangling
So,
conversation.
the princes. So brief, like plot synopsis. If you
Oh,
have
sure.
not
Yeah,
seen
we can do that.
Stardust at this point,
That's smart.
40 minutes in. Um, again, we say this with all our movies, but if you haven't seen it, quickly repent and watch it and enjoy
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
So um, Charlie Cox plays a boy named Tristan, who eventually goes on a quest to fetch a fallen star for his one true love, Victoria, his one true love,
His
because she
one
says
true
she'll
love
only
who
marry
doesn't
him
love him.
if he brings her back a fallen star.
Right.
Because she doesn't love him.
Right.
She threatens to marry another guy if he does not bring her back a fallen star.
By a deadline too. She's like, you have one
Yeah,
week,
with
otherwise I'm marrying blonde
Humphrey.
Henry Cavill. And he's like, this is serious. I gotta go. And it's just crazy. Like this whole time, he's like, she's my one true love. And it's only because she's attractive, but it's almost as if like your true love would love you, maybe.
And would want to marry you and not
Ruh-roh.
someone else? Question
Yeah. Because he's going all the way to
mark?
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
And
And
that's so that
Charlie
you can
Cox
really, really remember that this is a British English movie.
in Britain. We are in Britain. And
Yeah.
Charlie Cox thinks that that is ridiculous, and
Mhm.
it is. But he's like, I would go to Antarctica and bring you back a polar bear's head. And Victoria is honestly, like, rightfully disgusted by this. She's like,
Yeah,
ew,
yeah. Well,
why
because
would I want that?
he's like, oh, I would do this, I would do this. He goes a little too far with the polar bear, and he knows it, and she
Hmm.
knows it.
And they know
Yeah.
that God knows it.
Yes.
Yeah. But he does agree to go fetch this fallen star. Unfortunately for him, unfortunately, fallen star turns out to be a pretty girl
Oh, Claire Danes, you say?
in a pretty silver dress.
Hmm.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay. Hang on. I have to send you the funniest
Oh,
thing I saw about this movie. Hold
I
on.
made you one meme. So we can do a quick
Yay!
exchange really right now.
That's how I feel when my cats wake me up in the morning.
Mom, do I look?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. I think my phone was just overheating because it's
Mm,
really old.
that'll happen.
It's like
Yeah.
5 years old. I wish that I could
Sweet.
have a phone that could be older than 5 years old
Within
and
5 years
still
old.
not be old, but
Yeah, that
it's
would
old.
be nice.
Yeah. Um,
My current
so
idea is to just use this phone until it can't be used anymore, and then go back to the classics with a dumb phone.
that sounds really, really nice.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
free.
Would
Yes.
finally get out there away from 5G. Did you know it's poisoning our testicle?
No! Ouch! No!
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Plot recap?
yeah, plot recap.
Yeah.
He goes to find the fallen star, finds this big old crater. He's like, perfect, it's probably in there, but then it's a woman. And that's where we left off.
Yes. Meanwhile, a group of evil witches, Michelle Pfeiffer, is also tracking down the star because eating a star's heart gives them immortality and youth. And then, meanwhile, from that, the neighboring kingdom of Stormhold is their princes are going on an epic quest to find out who's going to be king, and it
Yes.
all happens to converge.
It all converges right then. Basically, there's
Yeah.
like a ruby that magically loses its color, and the current king, right before he dies, says like whoever can bring the color back to the ruby is the true king. And then it flies away into the air, and you're like, okay, sure, whatever. The thing is, knocks into the star as she's falling, and so then she's wearing it as a necklace. And then, you know who else runs into her? Is Charlie Cox, because he has this magical candle that can travel him to any location. And so he's supposed to be thinking of his mother. Then mid-flight gets sidetracked thinking about that fallen star. So he runs into her and lands on top of her, and she's like, and he goes, "You're my mother?" And she says, "No, I'm not your mother." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "Get off me."
Spoiler alert, they still get together at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So there's hope
There's
always.
hope. You know what? Even if you've had the worst possible first impression of somebody, you can still
Mommy?
make it work.
It's so bad. Oh, I love it. I love this movie. Um, that's good. Okay, so the princes. I want to talk about the princes.
Yes.
So funny. So we're with the alien king and his three sons, and then they're like, "Where's Secundus?" And they're like, "We're waiting on him, father." And then the music swells, and this guy walks in the room all triumphant, and lots of furs, and he's very respectful and kind of cocky too, but like in a kind of a fun way. And
Mhm.
then he dies immediately.
They easily push him off the balcony. And then we change camera shots and you realize that their castle is on the top of like a 2,000-foot cliff. So he just falls and falls and falls and falls and falls.
Yeah. And then when he dies, we see his ghost kind of appear with a row of other ghosts. And you're like, oh,
Mhm.
interesting. And then they're all laughing and jeering their other dead princes, some of whom have been killed by the guy who just died.
Mhm.
So there's like a bit of animosity there, but like in a fun way. So they're basically our Greek chorus for the whole movie of not even a Greek chorus, just kind of like a
They're kind
um
of spectators.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
They just watch everything going on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sarcastic commentary
Hmm.
the whole time.
Hmm.
It's great. I love them so much. Also they're all named like after the order of their birth. So we've got Primus, Secundus, Tertius, etc. until we get to Septimus,
Hmm.
who acts as like one of the main bad guys in this movie. He's
Yeah.
like a bad guy.
He's like
He's
a
pretty
bad
he's
guy,
pretty
I'd
bad.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what I like about them is that like their father is the king because he had like 12 brothers and killed them all for the throne. And so this is the just the expectation that they've been raised with.
hmm
All the dead brothers are adults, so they at least like made it that far, but um
Yeah.
it's awesome. Like they basically have no animosity to each other except that they do have to kill each other. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of funny.
It is pretty good. There's also a passing comment that the alien king makes. He's like, "Where's your sister?" And they're all like, "She's been missing forever, you old like coot."
Yeah, it's
And
like,
they
nope,
immediately go,
stupid.
"Septimus." And he's like, "I didn't kill her. She's a girl. The throne wasn't even a part of like she can get the throne anyway." So he's like,
Right.
"I had no reason to kill her. Wasn't me." But you don't know. It's just like she's just missing.
Hmm.
But remember,
But remember from before, Ben Barnes met this woman who was like, I used to be a princess, but then I was tricked by a witch. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, whatever. So that's probably nothing. Anyway.
Yep. Interesting.
Hmm.
So that's those are all our moving pieces.
Yes.
That's what's going on here.
The
Yeah.
witches, the slave woman, the princes, the star, and the boy, Tristan.
And the boy. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. So Tristan and Yvain. Her name is Yvain. How pretty.
Hmm.
They do not get along. They
No.
do not like each other, and they are mean to each other. And Tristan does not treat Yvain very well. And he also is super annoying because he just talks about Victoria the whole
Victoria
time.
all the time. And there's a
Hmm.
moment like they get kidnapped and they have like they're tied back to back and she's like, "Tell me more about Victoria." And he's like, "Well, I've pretty much already said anything." He had he said basically nothing, but he said everything that there is to say about her. And she's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All he's really had to say about her is how he feels about, like, what he has to do for her.
Right.
Not really how he feels about her, not really how she feels about him or anything personality wise, just a task that he
Yeah.
needs to do for her.
Otherwise, she won't love me."
Hmm. Which is a pattern that we saw in his relationship with Victoria from before the Star thing, too. She lost him
Mhm.
his job at the grocery store because she got him to carry home her groceries and he just ignored the rest of his responsibilities at the store. So this is a character flaw in his as well, that he's so
Right.
desperate to fulfill other people's expectations of him, like his father's, Victoria's, that he just kind of lets his identity go any which way
Hmm.
and doesn't really pick for himself. And Victoria takes advantage of that, but you know,
Because she's just vain and she knows that she's like the prettiest girl and that she can have anything. So she's like, well, I should have anything that I want then.
hmm
And here's this person who's willing to provide it for me. So might as well.
hmm yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, like you said, they have this really, really sweet heart to heart. And I love moments like this where they're not looking at each other. They don't make eye contact. But it almost is because they can't make eye contact that the conversation comes more freely and they're
Hmm.
able to be more honest with each other.
They're
Like
having a
that.
car ride
A
conversation.
car ride. Yes!
Um,
Exactly.
Before we get to that point, though, I did want to mention a couple things. The Michelle Pfeiffer turns a man into a goat, and
Yeah, she
then
does.
when it's convenient for like she's like, I'm gonna set up an inn as like a trap for
Hmm.
Elaine. So she turns there's another goat that she turns into a man, and he can only speak goat because he was originally a goat. But then the other
Hmm.
goat she turns back into a person, and then she's like, no, and just trans as his gender. Why?
Yes!
So weird. There's
Yeah!
no there's no reason for her to do that. It
No!
doesn't come up in the plot. It doesn't
Mm-mm.
matter that the innkeeper has a daughter instead of a son. It's like, and she doesn't even give him a new name. So then later, when Charlie Cox meets this, presumably woman, he's like, "My name's Tristan, what's yours?" And she says, "Bernard."
Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard, like a very deep and then walk. And you're like, well, so what was the purpose of that Michelle Pfeiffer? And I think it honestly might have just been so that she could say Bernard.
Yeah.
I think Michelle Pfeiffer was like, "Oh, that'll throw him for a loop." Like just for fun. There's no reason for
Yeah.
him to be a daughter instead of a son, but he just is. And I wanted to
Yeah.
mention that. And then
Bernard Big
also,
Naturals.
and his father was also Gandalf, weirdly. But then
He
also,
got around.
Yvain comes in. She's like, it's raining and she's muddy and exhausted and has like a broken ankle. And she's just been fighting with Tristan because he's still like low-key sucks at this point, you know?
Yeah, he kind of abandoned her in a tree and he
Kind of
tied her up.
abandoned her and tied her up. Anyway, so she gets to this inn, and the innkeeper, Michelle Pfeiffer, is like taking care of her, but like a little bit is invasively, I would say. I just feel
Hmm.
like when I go to a hotel, yeah, I expect them to have amenities, and I don't expect them to personally sit by my naked bath, twirling their finger in the water. I feel like that's a bit much.
It's a little bit much. And I think it only works because,
This is Yvain's
a
first day on
vein,
Earth.
literally,
Yeah.
she's like, I guess this is just how people are. Meanwhile,
Okay.
there's a whole other guy in the bath elsewhere fully left alone.
Yeah,
He's she's not twirling anything with him.
that's
Like,
true, but he also does come in while she's busy. So
that is true.
he should have thought
And
about
just
that.
sees an empty bathtub and is like, yep, that's for me. He
He's like,
doesn't ask. He
awesome.
doesn't talk to
He doesn't
anybody.
talk to anybody. He doesn't know if it's been used. And it, by
No.
the
And
way,
it's also
has.
fully in the middle of the,
Yeah,
like, in front of everybody.
it's in the main, like you walk into the main room, you turn and you see the fireplace and a full bath, and you're like, yippee.
That's Prince's
So the
for you.
in scenes are like a little weird and a little freaky, but you're like, whatever, it's a movie.
Yeah. And it almost works. Like, in,
Mhm.
like, yeah, this is a witch who doesn't really know how to be an innkeeper.
Right.
Doesn't, a, a daughter who doesn't really know how to be a girl. A star who
Yeah.
doesn't know how to be an
A star who
a
doesn't know how to
guest
be a guest, and then a prince who also doesn't know how to be a guest. He only knows how to be a prince. So he
and
walks
to
in and
take.
sees this fire and bath and is like, awesome. And then Yvain comes down and she's a star. She comes down and she's like, oh, hey, sorry, I didn't know you were here. And he's like, no worries, what's up? Like, he's having a conversation with her.
She's in a robe
She's in a
and
robe
the
with the
ruby
huge,
right
by the way.
here,
It's enormous. And
really
he's
big.
just chilling in his naked bath and they're just
And just
talking.
chatting, and the ghosts are sitting on the mantle above him, screaming,
They're
"She's
like,
got the necklace! Are you stupid?"
and the answer is yeah.
And he realizes, but not until right before Michelle Pfeiffer slits his throat, and so he
Mhm.
dies.
And then also his blood is blue.
His blood is blue.
Think about that.
Yeah, because he's royalty. Divine right of kings. It's real.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
is
It's
good.
like
That's
any
sick.
any person who has had any experience of the world would know that everything about this inn is wrong. But of course, every
Yes.
person who's in the inn has never done anything before. So, like you say, it's just like the perfect storm where nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason that anyone really figures out that anything is wrong is because a unicorn, an actual unicorn, comes in and saves Charlie Cox from being poisoned and has to like gesture with its hoof at the poisoned goblet.
Right, which is like steaming, by the way.
Mhm.
And
A horse.
he goes, "Oh, that is weird." And the unicorn's like,
We don't actually get insight into the unicorn's thought process, but I imagine it is pretty similar to the ghosts.
"Yeah,
Like,
are you
my
stupid? He's
gosh!
right
Oh my gosh!
there." Like, and then also when they run away, Charlie Cox, Tristan takes one of the prince's horses instead of the unicorn.
Oh, because the unicorn died.
It's so sad. The
Yeah, and the
unicorn didn't
goat
have
died
to die.
also.
The goat died. That was sad. The
I hate
unicorn,
that. I hate that
it
still to this
thuds.
day.
It like thuds down.
And it's real too. Like, they didn't actually kill a goat,
They
but like
didn't
they
kill a
used practical
goat.
effects for it. And this is the one time I'm a proponent of CGI over practical effects because like
Hmm.
the less real an animal death looks to me, the better.
Hmm.
Like Bahubali.
Exactly.
It
You
looks
gotta put a little
CGI
thing in
and
the
also
corner.
they have the thing. Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like, don't worry, no animals were harmed. It's CGI, baby. And you say, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't get that with this one. And so every time I think that goat, he didn't know. He
He was
didn't know
just a
any better.
goat.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
have to kill him.
And the
Yeah. So I don't
unicorn,
like
it
that.
makes sense that they would kill it because it's like it knows what's going on or whatever. But still,
Hmm.
wouldn't it be awesome if
Get rid of
Tristan and
unicorn.
Yvain rode a unicorn?
I'll be really sick.
Whatever.
Yeah. But
Can't have
he,
everything.
yeah, no. And this is actually where Sky Pirates come in anyway. So it works out.
That's true.
You
Yeah, yeah.
can't ride the unicorn away, can't ride the goat away.
But that's
He
fine.
has the candle, the traveling candle, and he says, "Think of home." And then,
And then he's thinking of his
hi.
home, and she's thinking of her home. So they end
And he
up in
says, hi.
between,
So they end up in between,
in the
in the
sky, of
sky,
course. Hmm.
on a cloud. You, you go and get drinks?
Can I have one?
Would you maybe give me one? Olivia, you want a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want?
Where are you going? Like just like fast food or
7-Eleven.
something? Oh,
Yeah.
ooh. Can I have
Yeah.
a red slushy?
Can you get Olivia a red slushie? Okay, thanks. And
Just
can
save it
I?
for me in the fridge. I'll be there.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hey,
You know who else is back?
my guy. I just saw the ear.
Timmy.
Timmy, let's
Hi, buddy.
go. Celebrity Timmy.
Oh, perfect. Yep, just step right on the keyboard.
Right.
Right
Yep,
on the
that's a
H
good spot
key,
for it.
just over and over and over. Perfect.
Do you think if we tried really hard, we could put Pang and Gia back together?
Yeah, I think so. I think if everyone gets on whatever coast they're at and just pushes in, I think we could do it. Like if every, think about it, if every American went to like California and just started pushing like northeast, I think we could do it. And I think there
Like
would
in
be
us.
zero negative repercussions.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of not related, but I remember watching a GIF of Bugs Bunny like sawing off Florida,
Hmm.
and it floats away. And then someone went on a rant in the comments about like how it was like racist and um like something about anti-abolitionism or something. I don't
Totally.
know.
And you
It
were
was
like, maybe it's
so
Bugs
long.
Bunny.
And I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, it's a pretend though. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Also,
like part
okay.
of the joke.
Yeah. I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to make things serious real quick, and I promise
Okay.
that we will get back to fun movie
Okay.
immediately after this, but I have to complain for a second. Did you hear that Ghislaine Maxwell was moved out of maximum security prison into
Hmm.
a minimum security prison?
Yeah.
We've been getting 10,000 calls about people upset about that. He's still in prison though.
She's still in prison. That's true.
Yeah, and
But they're
like
just
she
like, I
would.
guess they assume minimum security is like you can just walk out.
Oh, like, are you hoping that conditions are worse in a federal state,
Right.
like a
It's like
federal
I
maximum? So
actually
that
think
shouldn't
that
be the case either.
right. It's like,
Like,
I
that's not
understand
quite
that she's like an evil, evil, evil person,
so evil
but I also think that if she's in the prison where all the other prisoners are, she should kind of be treated like a person, you know?
because of the basic human rights
Because
that
of
people
basic
have
human
just
rights.
by default of
Exactly,
being
exactly.
humans.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Uh-huh.
an
Yeah.
incarcerated person is a person still.
Yeah.
Wait, I
I
don't know.
I am truly like gobsmacked by this because like we have had
It's not like,
so
yeah,
many
it's not like
freaking
they let
phone
her
calls about it.
go. It's they just moved her
Really,
from one facility to a different facility. That's fine. She's still going to hell. What does it matter?
yeah, literally. Like she's not a physically violent person. She's just an evil, twisted, like horrible, again, evil, 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 evil
Like
person.
bad person. Yeah,
But like she didn't violently attack anybody with a knife.
right.
So she doesn't need maximum
Maximum
security.
security.
Her crimes were mental.
Hmm. They were mental. They're crazy.
Wild.
Ugh.
Anyway, like so I'm just so confused by
Well,
people
but
who
I
are
just feel
like
like it's a lot
they
of
say they're
people.
like liberal,
Yeah,
a Democrat, but I'm like, oh, okay. It reminds
but you
me
can
that
draw the line at whoever you hate.
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, totally.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I don't think she should ever be out of prison. I agree. And like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody that I'm not gonna name tried to make that happen.
Yeah.
Um, but
I
I
also
don't
wouldn't be
think that
surprised though if she like weirdly committed suicide in the back of the head multiple times somehow. You know?
that's never happened.
That sometimes happens. I heard of that happening. It was crazy. So I feel like those are the only kind of two outcomes of this.
Yeah, and like I again, basic human rights. I believe that. I do. But
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
also, would it be such a bad thing if she died? Maybe not.
Maybe not. It's like here's the thing. Luigi Mangione, who by the way was framed and is actually innocent, and they did get the wrong guy for real. Like
Like
obviously,
genuinely,
like
we joke a
clearly
lot, but
too.
like we
Like
are not lying to
it's like
you.
obvious.
Yes, that really,
They clearly
really
just
happened.
picked a guy who looked similar enough to the other guy and
Yeah.
planted evidence in his backpack, even though he was in a different state, and we're like, we got him.
Yeah. They like
Which is crazy.
they're making documentaries about this kid.
And he's still like, you can't make it. I
He's
feel
still
like
on
you
trial.
shouldn't make a documentary about something before it happens, maybe.
Crazy
That's
concept? Yeah.
crazy. Anyway, that being said, using Luigi as a symbol of whoever the person was who actually did it, it's like one of those things where you're like, well, he was justified, you know? It's like he sent him a message, right? So you see things like this, and you're like, well, I don't condone state violence, but he was a guy, he was a regular guy going against the system. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
But this is like, and he's like Robin Hood in reverse. Like Luigi Mangione, who's innocent, is the symbol of Robin Hood. And then in this case, it's like, oh, we're promoting like harsher punishment by the state. That's the bad thing, though.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
it would be a
Uh-huh.
bad thing if she died, because she's a bad
Mm-mm.
person and she's gonna go to hell, even though hell isn't real. They're
Yeah.
gonna make an exception for her.
They're gonna make a super mega hell.
Yeah,
Her
they're
and
gonna.
Castiel
Yeah.
down there together.
So the thing
Yeah.
that we're advocating for in this situation, if I'm the person on the phone, I can't believe you moved her to him. I can't believe you personally, Whitney Zebor, moved Ghislaine Maxwell to a minimum security prison. The complaint that you're making is that the government is not harsh enough on incarcerated people. That's overall what you're saying. And I know that you're framing it like it's just Maxwell and Epstein and whatever, but the thing that
Hmm.
you're actually saying is different than that, right? There's like
Yeah.
serious
We're trying
implications
to
when
lower
you
the
complain
threshold
about stuff like this. We're trying to
for
say more
treatment.
people should be in prison
Yeah.
and they should be treated worse. Which is like, so then what makes you different from people who were like pro alligator Alcatraz at that point? Which, by the way, is the stupidest cartoon ass name I have ever heard. That's for
It make
real? They're
it makes
really
it
calling
sound
it
like
that.
fun and goofy. It makes it
Exactly.
sound like a
It
Looney Tune
sounds like
instead
if
of
you're
like
a
a
kid and you've
concentration
like
camp.
you've heard of Alcatraz, it's like a ooh bad scary place, and then you're playing pretend and you're like, you know what would make it even scarier? Alligators are so scared.
Alligators.
Let's call it Alligator Alcatraz. It sounds like made up for children play, but it's actually real, and that's terrible. That's so terrible.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, I just had yeah, I had to get that off my chest because like
yeah.
I've been so confused this whole time of like
Like whose side are you
she's not out. She's
on?
still in there though.
Right, she's just in a different place.
Yeah.
You're like they moved
Anyway.
Ghislaine Maxwell from one place to a different place. Everyone's like, no,
Boo!
get her back to the first place. I'm scared.
They heard about secondary locations
Right.
and they don't remember the context for
No,
that,
no,
but they
no,
know
sister.
something about it.
Yeah.
You're not getting hurt a low secondary location. Uh, anyway, let's keep talking about the movie because
I
I'm tired.
agree. Let's see. The next note that I have after the weird thing where the witch is watching the star in the bath, and then also the prince is just fully also there in the bath. The next thing that I have is, imagine, the meme, the Beyonce meme. Robert De Niro? Um,
He's here.
the specific
And
note that I made about that is when he's like, so he tricks him into thinking he's this like evil, brutish guy, but then really he's like, haha, funny. He's like silly boy.
uh,
Um, very like if the Dread Pirate Roberts was a role written for Robin Williams, that's
yeah.
what his character is. And what I mostly love about it, he gives them their little makeover and he's like, you need a haircut. And he cuts his hair longer.
Awesome.
So
That's funny. That's really good. And it happens instantaneously too.
hmm
Like
It's
over
like
the
snip, snip,
a
snip, snip, snip.
split second.
Camera change to Claire Danes. Camera change back to Charlie Cox. He has like 2 feet long hair, and he looks at it too. Like he's like, huh, I didn't know you could do that.
Most people can't.
Uh,
That's just the power of Robin Williams, Robert De Niro.
everyone knows it. Everyone smile and nod.
I did read that De Niro only accepted the role because he was like so upset at himself because he missed his he turned down the role of Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Uh, yeah.
So he's like, I need to be a pirate.
Like I gotta
I'm
make it
going to
right.
be a pirate. You
And
can't
I'm gonna
stop me,
be
Dad.
the fruitiest pirate. That's your dream. Being known as like the mafia actor of all time is your dream, Dad. Dad, Martin Scorsese. I'm gonna be a sky pirate who cross dresses for fun. Not full time, just as a hobby.
Turn my mark into a little heart. You can't stop me, you bastard.
Ah! He's Robert De Niro.
And he wears dresses.
hmm
And he looks damn good.
And I love that his system of killing people is taking them on board and then taking them into his private quarters and throwing them out the window, but then with an elaborate pulley system, bringing them back in downstairs. So he's like, this way, yeah, I have a perfect track record. I never killed anybody. Like, what do you mean? You're a pirate in space.
To find out that his crew that he's doing this whole ruse for. They knew the whole damn
They
time.
need him. They
All of
clock him
them.
instantly. They all have insane gaydar. They're like, well, yeah, whatever. They're all chill with it, but he just is doing this like for himself.
Yeah, they humor him by pretending to like get along with it.
Right.
Like when they're in Charlie Cox and Elaine are in the, below decks and Robert De Niro starts shouting and yelling, they're like, oh, and he's going, go, 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 go. And at first you think, oh, it's because they think he's going to throw somebody overboard. But no, it's because they want him to see their reactions
Right.
and think he's getting away with it. They all know they're doing this on purpose.
Because they're like, well,
His
he's our
first mate,
captain. We gotta respect him. But what's his show? He puts so much work into these.
or the bit, mateys. That first mate, I'll say this too. He's the only true ally.
Facts.
The only he's like so funny to me. I think he's because I saw a couple people comment today. They're like first mate and Robert De Niro, maybe? And I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Mhm.
And you know how much I love when two
Main
people stand
characters
next to each
gay.
other, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But not so. That
Mhm.
that is a straight man,
Yeah.
and he's an ally, and Robert De Niro is gay for Henry Cavill. And that's
Ooh.
canon.
hmm
That's
Like,
real. That
oh,
happens
okay.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, because he's like open now, and he's like, yay. And so he's at the wedding. Spoiler alert, there's a wedding, but he looks over at Henry Cavill and he's like, and Henry Cavill's like,
It's like,
and then
stop.
Victoria's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Again, Wallace?
Again? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. But she's not nearly as cool as Anna Kendrick, Scott Pilgrim.
No. And we've
Not
known that
nearly.
the whole time because
No.
she's mean to Charlie Cox.
Yeah, we did. Hmm. Yes, she is. And
Mhm.
that's mean. Um, on the subject of ally,
hmm
um, Tristan, after he captured the vein with a chain, he she's like, stars come out at night. It's kind of our thing. And he says coming out is off the agenda. So Tristan is not an ally.
No. He says so verbally. Coming out is not on the agenda. He
Yeah.
found the gay
Um,
agenda and he was. scribbled it out. He's like, no more of this.
Um, on the subject of Robert De Niro, I have a bunch of notes about this because I love him so much. He
Yeah.
makes the movie. It's like it's a good movie on its own, but having
But it
Robert De
goes from
Niro
good
in
to
it,
great because
it really
Robert De
does.
Niro plays
Yeah,
a
not only is he
a
in it,
deeply closeted pirate captain. No, I'm not gay. I just said I'm deeply closeted.
oh, Norm. Okay, now I feel like I know Norm Macdonald is dead, but I do feel like after the Rosie O'Donnell thing, it has to like keep verifying if celebrities are actually dead. For those who don't know, I just learned this week that Rosie O'Donnell is still alive
hmm
and has been the whole time.
The whole time, yeah, yeah. And I think
I
like fully a year ago, like when we were doing the Tarzan video, you said something about her being dead. And I just was like, oh, I didn't know that. Instead of saying, no, she's not.
she's not. Found out because I heard that the president of the United States of America wanted to revoke her citizenship. And I was like, what, posthumously? Like, why is he going to do that to a dead person? That doesn't make any sense. I looked
Posthumously?
it up
And he
and they were
goes,
like,
yeah.
oh, that was how I learned.
It's so funny. And
Um,
what was his reasoning for that? Just because she's gay or
I don't know. Apparently, Jen and I were looking it up. Apparently, they've had like the longest running beef
hmm
of anyone. Like, they have
Yeah,
hated each other.
I'm sure.
He hated her back when he was apparently a Democrat. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, in the same way that Elon Musk was a Democrat, it's like whatever's the more popular thing at the time
Right.
will give
When's he
you
gonna kill himself?
hopefully yesterday.
Again, not to bring up politics again, but like, I
But
do
we
believe
can't
people have basic human
not.
rights. We can't, given the state of things, we can't not. And I, I do actively pray that he dies in an excruciating and humiliating way. I
Mhm.
don't want him to go to prison. I don't
Miniature
want any.
chainsaw.
Ooh,
Takes a long time because it's little.
yeah. And then it, oh,
That would be good.
that's good. That's
That's just off the
good.
dome. I haven't even been thinking about
Wow.
that.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. The idea that I had the other day was cover him in honey and ants.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
could be
Or
good.
maybe scarabs, like from the mummy.
Scarabs like in the mummy.
Yeah, like in the mummy. Yeah. Drop down in the comments below the most graphic way you want him to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A Robert De Niro moment that I like in this movie is when he's talking to Ricky Gervais in the shop. And Ricky Gervais,
Hmm.
he's mostly improvising because they just say this is the scene and have at it, this is
Hmm.
and he like said I don't remember what he says, but Robert De Niro says, "You're being very rude," and he says, "Not anymore." Just straightens up right away.
Yeah,
That's really good.
that is great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Hmm.
next note that I had right underneath that was another Gervais line where he's talking to Michelle Pfeiffer about the other person who's been looking for the same thing that she's looking for. And he's like, she had a face like a bag of frogs, ugly frogs. It's just such an awesome thing to say off the dome. A bag of
Frog.
frogs. Not like
Ugly frog.
not like a frog, a bag of frogs.
Bag of
Ugly frogs, by the way.
ugly frogs.
Man, she had a
Awesome.
face like a
So
bag of
funny.
frogs. So funny.
Ridiculous. One more Robert De Niro moment that I really like,
hmm
is after he gets them into his quarters and he's like, "Yay, wardrobe! Let's get you into an outfit."
hmm
Um, he says, "Have you ever tried to get blood out of a silk shirt? Nightmare." And he makes the like I'm obsessed with the face he makes. He goes,
Nightmare.
like his face just goes wash.
Yeah, it
Everything
scrunches down. Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, because he's an
Performance
actor.
of a lifetime. I'm so serious right now. This movie should have 1,000 Oscars. Oh, so good. Okay. Claire Danes is married to Hugh Dancy.
In
Claire
real
Danes is married to
life.
Hugh
In
Dancy.
real life.
Yeah.
For real.
Uh-huh. Yeah. They're together and they have kids.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
What if they were
Um,
your kids? I mean, what if they were your parents? Imagine like going about your day and you're like, yeah, my parents are famously the most beautiful people to ever grace the silver
in the
screen.
world. Like one
And they
of
just
them
have to go to
alone would be
school?
enough to knock somebody out. Yeah, my
Right.
dad is Hugh Dancy.
Together? Imagine you're a teacher and you're setting up for like parent-teacher conferences and Hugh Dancy walks in and you're like, "Oh, is that most beautiful man,
Mr. Will
Hugh
Graham?
Dancy? Prince
Prince
Charmant?"
Charmant?
And he's like, "Do you mind if we get started in like 5 minutes? My wife is still coming." And you're like, "Sure, we can wait." And then it's Claire Danes. That's crazy.
It would just like you'd have to just die, right? Your
I
heart
think
would
you'd
stop.
have to. I think there's nothing else to be done.
Yeah. Um, okay, one more slightly serious note on the subject of the princes. Going back to the scene where Septimus pretends to die. Like it is kind of funny, but also it's like, okay, this is all just kind of a big game to them. Like
Yeah.
they don't value human life. And even
Yeah.
Primus, who the um bishop is they were just having a conversation about how Stormhold could finally have a benevolent king. After
Right.
all this time, we could finally have our first benevolent king. But that as soon as his brothers and the bishop die, the first thing he does is go to caress the crown, and like go to put it on his head. He doesn't care about
He
them
goes to
either.
hold his hand up against it and press really, really hard until he bleeds.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal
Everyone
person.
does that with a
We've
a
all
crown.
been there.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I just really like that note that even like that is benevolent in this context, which is not benevolent. Like that's not a kind person. That's not a good man you want on a throne. So
Right.
I
He
like
just hasn't actively killed his own brother.
exactly the bar is not
Really
very
high.
high. Um, this is again going to the ending.
hmm
We find out that Bernard joins the pirate crew at the end.
That's
So
nice.
that's great.
He's
That's great and
he's
good.
detransitioned at this point as well. The magic spell wore off.
Yes.
Also,
And yeah,
something I wanted to
detransed.
say about Septimus when he goes
Hmm.
in to find Robert De Niro trying on feather boas in his huge walk-in closet, he's wearing
Hmm.
spurs, and I think that that is good.
Septimus is? Damn, all right. Wait,
hmm
then he can't be judgy with Robert De Niro dressing up.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Bish.
I'm like, and you're wearing spurs?
That's Mark Strong, by the way. I don't think we said that. That's Mark
That's
Strong.
Mark Strong.
He's that guy in all those things. You know him, even if you think you don't. You'll know something
You
he's
can look
in.
him up and be like, oh, I've seen him.
Right. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah. But yeah.
crazy.
Awesome. Um, the music is insane. Michelle Pfeiffer has sparkles in her hair when she's young and beautiful, and that's great. That's
She has like that
awesome.
hair tinsel stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah.
I saw this post today and I really liked that. Evane from Stardust smells like a gun after it's been shot. And I like that.
I like that. hmm
Yeah. I
hmm
had never thought of it. It hadn't occurred to me, but yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
I believe
That's
it.
good. So I'm like, I'll incorporate that into my belief system, sure. Um, Wall guard my beloved, and then the note immediately below that is guard is Michael from Waking Ned Divine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
makes sense. When intersecting storylines finally converge.
hmm
My notes. Except for a few extras that
Okay,
are mainly focused on the very end climax scene.
that's great. I can just go through mine then. The
Yay!
where they stop like right before Tristan is gonna go meet Victoria and tell her that he's not in love with her actually, and they stop at a pub slash inn called The Slaughtered Prince. That's the name of it. Awesome. So funny. So I just wrote that. And then
That's really
also
good.
a few notes about the, not like the last scene, but like the scene where they all come together and they're battling in the witch's house.
Just
His
yeah.
mother says, "Be the man that I know you are." And I feel like she could be more specific. Like she could be like, "Kill that guy," or like if they just met today. They just met like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. And
Um,
again, we cannot emphasize this enough. She did not know Ben Barnes. They
no,
knew each
yeah,
other for less than an hour.
yeah, total.
Like,
Like the
she
whole
doesn't
time that
know
they knew each
the
other.
father. How could she possibly know what the son would grow up to be like?
Right,
She
right.
has no idea.
She has no idea. It's very Bahubali
Mm-mm.
coded, but that's another conversation. And then the last thing that I wanted to say is that he Tristan is like fighting with the like voodoo doll Septimus, and that's awesome. That's so fun.
Awesome.
But
That's really
also,
good.
he realizes that he can like cut the rope of the chandelier and make it fall, and he tries to do it like several times because every chandelier in this huge room is connected at one point. And so I just wrote elaborate pulley system because that's what it is. All of these chandeliers operate on an elaborate system of ropes and pulleys. But he
As
eventually
most
figures it
things
out.
should.
He grabs one end, cuts the other end, and then as the chandelier falls, he flies across the room to get the girl. And that's awesome.
That's really great. Yeah. I do really like how they acted the scene where he's fighting dead Septimus. Septimus is dead. He's dead, but Michelle Pfeiffer is voodoo doll controlling him.
That's awesome.
And she's got pretty sick, like, sword skills
Hmm.
with a voodoo doll. Like, that's pretty talented.
So fun.
Um, but like that looks like a dead guy.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know how they did that one.
It was real. They killed him.
Rest in peace, Mark Strong.
Yes, with
That's-
practical effects, they killed him. No, I think
I
he's just that good.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, that the climax scene. Well, actually, before that, when they're at the inn and Tristan tells Yvain that she heard his love confession. Oh, he was kidnapped by the
Oh,
witch
sure.
who kidnapped his mother, and she doesn't. His mom can't say anything because she's trapped as a bird. She can't tell him,
Hmm.
but Tristan is turned into a mouse and then transported to this inn. So Tristan is a mouse. Yvain confesses her love for him. Then he's turned back into a human. And then he tells her, "Hey, I kind of heard that." And she's like, "You were a mouse. I'm gonna die. Killing myself, killing myself, killing myself."
Yeah.
And he says he like kind of starts laughing, and then he pulls her into a hug, and then he kisses her forehead, and they're both just laughing, but she's so embarrassed. And then he's like, "Nah, like, come on, man. Let's be so for real right now."
Yeah. Yeah.
You're Claire Danes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they confess their love for each other. Very sweet. But like, I just love that forehead kiss. It's
It's
so sweet
nice.
to me.
Yeah.
It's like he knows she's embarrassed and he's laughing because he's also a little embarrassed. But like, they love each other. This is so exciting. And he's like, "Yay, that's cute." That's really sweet.
Hmm.
Um, and then when they're in the fighting the witches and they're running down the hall and all the mirrors are exploding after them, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Really, what do you think, Arch?
He thinks it's
Um,
really cool, I can tell.
yeah, he's excited. Um, and then my final note about the scene is Claire Danes' delivery on the word shine when she
Hmm.
pulls Tristan close, tells him to close his eyes, and says, "What do stars do best?" And she like barely even whispers it, but like it makes me cry
Hmm.
every damn time. Something about her delivery of that line is insane.
Yeah.
The
And
man
then
she loves just came
shines,
back.
she shines out of because of love so hard that she explodes Michelle Pfeiffer into blood and guts and ashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. But Tristan's fine because
Really
his
good.
eyes were closed.
Yeah. And she's hugging him real tight.
Yeah. He is touching the sun, but he's fine because his eyes are closed. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
So then he goes to pick up Elaine's necklace in the rubble,
Hmm.
and suddenly it's changing color, and he's like, "That's kind of weird." Anyway.
Anyway, hey mom, what's up? And she goes, "You're the new king." And he says, "Huh? What?"
And then all of the ghosts go whoosh, except for one that goes down into the fire, and that was Septimus because he's evil.
He's evil for real. Yeah.
But all the other ghosts are free now because they found the new king. So they don't. That's why they have stuck around, is because
Right.
they haven't picked a new king yet. Now they're free. And then we go to the wedding or the coronation. I
I think
don't
it's the
really know.
coronation.
And everyone is invited. The pirate crew, Victoria and Henry Cavill.
Hmm.
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 I do
Like
like that he invited them. He's like, I'm
a
so happy
bisexual
for you guys.
awakening. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you guys. Anyway, it's like no big deal, but if you wanted to come, I'm becoming the king of the magical kingdom of the world. If
They
you want to
go.
try. And they go, they show up, and then Henry
Awesome.
Cavill realizes that he's bisexual
Hmm.
and he's
Yeah.
into Robert De Niro.
Hmm.
And who can blame
He
him for
likes
that?
older men. Who can
Mhm.
blame him? Yeah. Robert De Niro is a homewrecker. And you can tell his first mate is a little bit like, that guy,
He's like, come on.
he's blonde. Damn it, Rob, have some standards.
Yeah.
But he can't help it. He's just excited. This is the first time he can be like gay in public.
Yeah. And that's nice.
Well, he could have been gay in public the whole
He
time. No one
kind of
cared.
was gay in
But
public the whole time. It's just that he didn't like
come
he
here.
thought that there was a closet, you know?
Yeah. It was made of glass,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and then Sir Ian McKellen starts talking again. And this line also almost makes me cry every time. Um the line is a man who possesses the heart of a star will live forever. And Yvain had given hers to Tristan entirely. This whole time, the whole movie is about taking the heart and consuming it, eating it, when
Mhm.
it can just be given freely.
Yeah. And it's at its most like it's most powerful when the star is like happy and peaceful, you know? So they're like, oh, we have to
Yes!
trick her into feeling happy so that we can get maximum potency. When really it's like, well, she could just be happy. Yay.
What if? And she marries Charlie Cox. So obviously she's going to be happy.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so they both return home to live in the stars. Because she lived at home with him for her lifetime, and now he gets to go live with her in her home. It's so beautiful. It's such a good movie. It's
Good
such a good
movie.
movie.
It's
Really good movie.
funny. It is. Um, kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And
And it treads the
it's
line of
funny.
like dark themes
Hmm.
very,
But it's not
a very
too
good amount.
much because it's like very much like for preteens, you know? So it's like
Yes.
they can
I was
handle some
like
of these
7
heavy
years old when I watched this.
ideas, but it can also just be like a lighthearted and fun story for children.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
So good movie. Liked it a lot.
Like and subscribe.
And don't forget to comment.
About a certain thing.
If you know, you know.
I'll put up like a timestamp blinking, very obvious. Well,
Uh,
thanks for watching Women in STEM.
Thanks for being a woman in STEM.
Totally. For next time,
Well,
let's pick a different movie.
that could work.
Mhm.
Has anyone tried that before?
I was thinking like we could do it because I feel like then there's like more different stuff to talk about.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
It's kind of a risk, but I'm willing to go with you on it.
Okay. I appreciate that. It's not a huge investment, just like $10,000. And then we can really get this thing off the ground.
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna go have
don't
some
let me keep
tea.
you.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I better let you go.
yeah.
Well, bye.